Why Season 7 should be the end of young Sheldon. From a narrative perspective, young Sheldon's story is almost over. Keep watching for more details. Hi guys, what's up? My name is Sophia. Welcome back to my channel. Like this video and subscribe to our channel. Don't miss the main topic of this video, so let's start. It goes without saying that The Big Bang Theory was one of the most popular comedies in the 2010s and 2000s, if not the greatest comedy ever. It was perhaps one of the last sitcoms on network television that almost anybody watched. Thus, it should come as no surprise that Young Sheldon, the show's prequel, continues to air today. At 6 seasons and over 100 episodes, that program has had a very successful run of its own. Early in 2021, CBS gave the prequel a 3-season order, an unprecedented move for most non-blockbuster series. When The Big Bang Theory was at its peak, it was renewed for several seasons. The 7th and final season of that 3-year order will air this coming spring. It's likely that CBS may order more seasons of their largest program to continue airing, but maybe Sheldon should give up wearing his Flash t-shirt. This is not a critique of the show's merits or a reflection of a decline in viewership. In fact, ratings have been very stable for a number of seasons now, with 6 to 7 million viewers per show. From a creative narrative perspective, Young Sheldon should conclude after the upcoming season as it completes the tale it needs to. By that, what do we mean? Come with me for a closer look. Young Sheldon chronicles the boyhood in Texas of the title character and his family. Sheldon is the lone genius here, unlike Big Bang, and it generates conflict in the Cooper household. Compared to its predecessor, this more loving family program doesn't back down from heavier subjects. In addition to seeing the marital problems between George and Mary, the other Cooper siblings, Georgie and Missy, also exhibit signs of maltreatment. Young Sheldon has mostly stuck to the continuity established by its predecessor. However, there are major distinctions, primarily in the way Sheldon's father, George, is portrayed. Based just on Big Bang, one may assume that George is an indolent, careless, and unfocused parent who battles alcoholism. Despite his flaws in Young Sheldon, his main priority is the happiness and well-being of his children. While he makes errors, he does his best to support all the children, unlike Mary, who obviously has a preference for Sheldon. The continuity issues have been justified by the producers as Sheldon's misremembering of his history. But surely he would have an impeccable memory for someone who makes such continual claims to be a genius? Sheldon was undoubtedly closer to Mary than George was, but George is not the uncaring father that Sheldon and Mary recall from Big Bang. This brings us to George's next storyline, and the main justification for young Sheldon's early conclusion. Big Bang informs us that George betrays Mary when Sheldon is around 14 years old. He unintentionally interrupts them, which prompts him to start using the well-known 3-knock salutation. Soon after the infidelity, George passes away. The fact that George seems like a lot better father in young Sheldon makes it clear that the production team is not interested in carrying this out. The challenge with prequels is that they have to respect the original work's timeframe while simultaneously establishing their own continuity. It has been intimated in recent interviews that they could completely ignore George's death. It's understandable why they feel this way, as it's a big ask for a comedy to convey a death on this magnitude. As a parent, George is doing his hardest, and he shouldn't have to conclude his narrative so suddenly. His demise was planned far back when all we had to go on was the BBT, absent-minded version of the character. It's far simpler to kill off an unknown, amoral individual than the beloved family patriarch we've been following for 6 years. Still, there isn't really an option. Sheldon has reached the age when he is likely to capture both his father and the other lady, who is strongly hinted to in US as Brenda Sparks, the neighbor. Given that season 7 was abbreviated due to the WGA and SAG strikes, it's feasible that they might extend the plot into an 8th season, but even that would be pushing it. Would George be able to continue the show? Yes, that is feasible. However, Sheldon starts attending Caltech in California soon after his passing, where he ultimately runs across the BBT cast. This action ends Sheldon's typical upbringing and completes the tale UES was required to tell. No doubt, CBS is taking its time leaving the highest-rated sitcom on television. But Ghosts has proven it can dominate, consistently matching and even surpassing its UES lead-in. With a new spin-off for Max now in early development, this could not be the end of the Big Bang universe either.